morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday, June 29th. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining today. Look who's back! Look who's back. Look who's back.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back, whatever.
Literally the hip-hop to me.
But I'm closer to blonde than you, though. I'm closer to Slim Shady.
The shady part, maybe, not the slim part.
No, I don't think either of us are too
And I'm
close.
not exactly close to that either.
I was going to say, I don't think either of us are very close to Slim.
I'm working on it.
We'll go, attaboy.
You've seen the tank. You've seen the tank.
Yes, I have. And then, we're not talking about that. But yeah, Brian Turner is back, and we couldn't be happier. And we're going to talk about all kinds of weird stuff today. Actually, not a ton of weird stuff. We're going to talk a little baseball, a little football, a little gambling, all kinds of stuff.
A lot of stuff that I've largely ignored the last couple of months.
A lot of stuff. Brian says the last time we watched sports on TV, it was when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
Actually, I can't tell you, it was the NBA semifinals.
No kidding.
I didn't even watch any of the championship series.
So you didn't. Because you knew the Nuggets were going to win.
My plus 850 was already golden. No, I was on the road the first two games, and then the series was pretty well over, so I didn't watch any of it.
It was over by then. But we're going to talk all that kind of stuff today here on Friday, June 30th on this morning's edition of Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hope y'all got hit by that rain on Thursday, but not too much hail. So let's make sure that everybody is healthy and safe. But first, let's tell you a little bit about a few of the things going on this weekend. Of course, this is... For some folks, it's the start of a long holiday weekend. If you're taking Monday off, of course we are not. But and I don't. Are you guys working Monday?
Monday, yes. Tuesday, no.
Monday, yes. Tuesday, same here. Monday, yes.
I think in all of my jobs.
Really, you're not doing anything for the paper right now.
Currently, no. I just got a basketball camp picture sent to me today, but no, not really.
How many jobs do you have?
I added the temporary one last week.
Yeah, I was going to say you added one, didn't you? What's going on here on this beautiful Friday, June 30th? Try to avoid some raindrops over you as you go to Salem. My heavens, it's their bicentennial. The city of Salem bicentennial today. What's going on tonight? The activity kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight. It's going to be when the Salem Community Band and Choir perform selections at Salem's past junior high and high school bands at 7 p.m. The concert will be held at the high school's B.E. Gum Gymnasium. So a big concert tonight to help start the celebration for Salem's bicentennial. That is going to be a fun time. One of the city bands in the area that I don't participate in. How about that? What else going on today? Blood drive over in Centralia. This is from noon to 4 p.m. at the Centralia Estates Retirement Home. And the drive will be held in the dining room there at Centralia Estates from noon to 4 today. Like I always say, go online. Go to redcrossblood.org. Make yourself an appointment. It makes things so much faster and so much easier for everyone involved. Do your history online. Do you still give blood whenever you can?
Whenever I can. I think I missed the last two. So I always try to give it the same spot, and I'm pretty sure I've missed the last two because of travel.
Yeah, I kind of have to. I'm on new medication, so I don't think they take it.
Oh, you're one of those too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I've been on medication for 30 years, and they've always taken it.
So I just got my blood work back. They may not want mine.
Yeah, that's going around. That's going around. What else is going on here on this Friday? A couple of musical events up in Effingham, out at Pinky's from 5:30 till 7:30 tonight. Live music from R.C. Johnson out there on the lake. That'll be a big time. And then you can leave that, head over to the Tuscan Hills, head to the Tuscan Hills Winery and see Andy Reeder. He'll be playing from 7 o'clock until 10 p.m. over at Tuscan Hills. What's going on Saturday? Big day on Saturday. Well, already mentioned, first of all, let me talk about the first one on my list. Sailor Springs American Legion is going to hold their benefit breakfast. It's from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. This will include the menu of sausage, biscuits, and gravy as well, and the cost is by donation. No pancakes? Everyone is welcome. Also going to be models on display of the Glendale Hotel and the Bun Store. You grew up in that neighborhood. What's the Glenview Hotel or the Bun Store?
Well, Sailor Springs used to be big enough to have a hotel.
They did have a hotel.
I do remember at one point it was, I want to say, bigger than at least Clay City and a similar size to Flora way back when, if I can remember correctly.
Probably before the railroad came through.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah. But
Before our time.
They didn't have the Bun Hotel or
that part I'm out on that one. I have no idea.
I'm a little confused on that too. But they'll have the models there. What else going on Saturday? The Flora Rotary Club is partnering with Chuck and Ace's Disc Golf Club for the annual tournament put on by the Flora First United Methodist Church and the Rotary Club. It's like I say, their annual golf tournament. Starting at 11 o'clock out there at the REA building at the fairgrounds. The Flora First Methodist Church going to host a cookout open to the public, of course, also to the disc golfers, and pork burgers. It'll be brats and famous foot-long hot dogs as well as chili cheese dogs. Can't go wrong. Come on over for lunch, even if you aren't playing the tournament. You can give Amy Allen a call if you have questions. You've got something to add?
You had me at foot-long chili cheese dogs.
I wondered. I said.
One of the saddest days of my life is when Dairy Queen stopped carrying the foot-long chili cheese dog.
They don't carry that anymore?
No. They got chili cheese dogs, just not the footlongs.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you see, now that's just wrong.
It is. Very wrong. Very sad day.
Why wouldn't they just...
It also might be why I'm still alive, though.
I can tell you the day that I quit eating McDonald's double cheeseburgers. It was about 25 years ago, and I'm still alive, surprisingly. What else going on Saturday? The 2023 Noble Freedom Festival and Parade will take place at the Noble Village Park. There's going to be free children's activities beginning at 9 a.m., along with cotton candy, watermelon for free from 11 to 3, as a flea market begins at 9, live music at 11, and much more. The parade steps off at 1 p.m. there in Noble. Going to be a tractor and car show beginning at 9. All kinds of stuff going on in Noble. I think, but I don't have documentation on it. I think that West Salem, isn't this their big weekend as well? Don't they do the big West Salem
Festival? They always do the 4th of July fireworks and all that.
I wonder if they're waiting until Tuesday for that, or if they're going to do that over the weekend. I thought they usually did that on
If I remember right,
Saturday
they would
before.
do it. Yeah, I think it was always on a Saturday.
I didn't. For some reason, the local radio station didn't have the West Salem stuff on there. I can't understand why. I can't. I mentioned the Salem's Bicentennial, the opening stuff on Friday. Saturday's the big day. That's when it kicks into high gear. As they're going to have, this is going to be all over at Bryan Memorial Park. Of course, that's up there by the high school. A 5K race as will kick off the day at 8:30 a.m. Registration's now open. You can go to the Marion County YMCA at City Hall or go online. Sand volleyball tournament also planned. That you got to bring your own team. This isn't one where you set up, where you show up and they'll throw you on a team. No, you got to bring your own team. You got to be ready to play.
It's been Broughton.
Has it been Broughton?
It's been Broughton.
You got a team for that?
No, I'm 5'6".
Yeah, I was going to say you're not playing sand volleyball.
I have to be a libero. And I don't think that exists in sand volleyball.
No, it doesn't. No, because you can't move.
Did you hear that though, Lamar? Pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, well, I still think it's either way, libero or libero. But
I learned from Lamar.
Our friend Lamar is not always right.
He did teach Latin, though.
That's probably Greek.
It's all Greek to me.
It's all Greek to me. They're also going to have free kids bubble zone. This sounds like fun. Salem Rotary, you're going to have the big free kids bubble zone. There's going to be a First Illinois Battery D Light Artillery Reenactment Group. They're going to be, ladies and gentlemen, firing the cannon over and over and over, like once an hour or something like that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Food trucks.
Did it for 6 years. Never called it fun.
Well, you didn't have a cannon.
Yeah, we did. We had howitzers. That's filled
Was this the same? Was this the same group?
No.
So you did take
We had actual howitzers, though.
but yeah, but
Towed units.
yeah, but
Yeah.
would you take them to like festivals and stuff like that and fire them off? And
No.
yeah, yours were real.
Yeah. We fired them, stuff blew up.
Yeah, yours were real. These aren't real.
Say, usually a hole or maybe a minivan in the middle of the field. Occasionally a Kmart across the field.
Ah, that never happened.
That was a rumor that was, I think it gets told to every class that comes through Fort Sill.
Probably not a bad,
Yeah.
Little rumor
scare
to start. Yeah, probably not a little bad rumor to start. Finally, Salem's traditional fireworks display is going to be at 9 o'clock on Tuesday. So I thought it was set for the same day, but that's just a part of the bicentennial as well. What else going on, ladies and gentlemen? June 30th each year is International Asteroid Day. Each year on June 30th, International Asteroid Days raises public awareness about the hazards of an asteroid impact. I got to tell you, there are stupid days and there are stupid days.
When you have 4 or 5 days every day, you got to come up with random crap.
You do one about the hazards of an asteroid impact.
Asteroids and quicksand. In the 80s, I thought it was going to be a problem. Turns out, I haven't really encountered either one.
All right, I got to ask you. This is the trivia question by the way, there are 3 classes of asteroids, and you had the game. You saw the game. You had the small, the big, and the medium. C-type, which are chondrite, the most common type. They consist of clay and silicate rocks. S-type are stony, and M-type are
Meteoric?
metallic.
Metallic, okay.
Metallic, yeah.
I thought they would go something stupid and just meteors.
No.
Ooh, band name called it.
I like it. Now you can take that one. Yeah, you go ahead and keep that. There's, by the
You
way,
don't actually like it. It's because you don't actually like
I
it.
don't really. Yeah, you could have that. That's quite creative. All right. Now, why do you think June 30th is International Asteroid Day?
I really hope it's when Armageddon was released or something stupid like that.
That'd be a great reason. But there is an actual reason. This commemorates the day in 115 years ago when the actual asteroid hit Siberia. Remember, had the gigantic forest fire.
Turns out it wasn't there.
Nobody was there.
Did the
It
haze
knocked down
drip?
700, probably. It knocked down 770 square miles of trees, and nobody saw it. So if an asteroid falls in the forest and nobody's there to see it,
Not in Siberia.
not in Siberia. They declared nobody died in that asteroid strike because there was nobody there. They have not been. But that was on June 30th, 1908. What makes sense to be on International Asteroid Day? Well, by the way, there's the artist rendering of the Siberian asteroid. I don't know. I'm not sure that's real.
AI is wicked.
That's actually that's pretty interesting. This is also National Meteor Watch Day, which does make sense to be on the same day. Encourages folks to look up to the stars to witness one of the night sky's most thrilling sights, also known as National Meteor Day. On a cloudless night, people turn their eyes to the heavens in hopes of spotting the glow of a falling star. You got to go out in the country and get away from the city to have your best chance. And usually, I'm kind of surprised that they don't do this during August. What is it? August? Is it 15th to the 20th or something like that? Is that Pleiades?
When was I?
Because that's when all those meteors fire through the sky.
Late July, maybe? Or is it August?
I think it's August, but I'm not sure. But yeah, national.
I'm thinking of the Northern Lights.
Yeah, National Meteor Watch Day is today, so I hope you enjoy that.
Because
You know,
my Iceland trip was like peak.
Peak. So you got to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. July 1st. The huge day on, the huge day. By the way, I could find no good food holidays today. That's why I'm doing
I usually trash on most of them anyway.
Yeah, I don't blame you a bit. International Day of Co-ops.
Do we know any co-ops?
We do know a co-op. I thought I might bring that one up and start the celebration, ladies and gentlemen. It's the International Co-op Day, and you won't believe how long this day has been in service.
Did you tell your coworkers that you would be celebrating if it wasn't also National Out of the Office Day? Try to pull that one off.
Did you watch it the other day? It was National Leave the Office Early Day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was like the third Friday in June or something. One Leave the Office Early Day, which is a great day. I'm all for that one.
Fully support.
Fully support. This one I really don't much pay attention to, but this is actually the 101st celebration of International Day of the Cooperative. Well, actually, Saturday is the first day since 1923. The International Day of Cooperatives has been held on the first Saturday in July. The IAC, along with the International Cooperative Movement, are credited for establishing this day. In 1992, the United Nations General Assembly proclaimed a resolution to make this the official international date, and last year was the 100th day. So how about that, ladies and gentlemen? You have if you're watching this show put on by a cooperative, you're taking part in International Day of the Cooperatives.
Most days I'm not very cooperative.
This is entirely different. This is something entirely different from your general level of kindness and collaboration with people. What's going on? What do you want to see on TV tonight? All I've got is baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. It's baseball time.
Couple months here. We're in that stretch.
Yeah, we're in the stretch. It's going to be the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago Cubs, 1:20 today. That's on Marquee, and it's Cal Quantrill versus Justin Steele. At 7:10 tonight, the Tigers are in Colorado. That's on MLB Network, Channel 599. Michael Lorenzen versus Austin Gomber. At 7:15, the Yankees are taking on the Cardinals. First of three in St. Louis. And Luis Severino versus Matthew Liberatore, as Jack Flaherty Stumblebum is missing a start. That wasn't very nice.
I still like Flaherty.
I do too, actually.
I still think Liberatore sounds like a political party.
Liberatore has struggled a little bit, and as
Cardinal pitcher hasn't.
As has the Liberatore party. And finally, at 8:40 p.m., Chicago White Sox will take on the vaunted, outstanding, killer Oakland A's.
Hey, they might get a base runner. One. Give me one.
Just one. That's all you're asking for. One base runner.
Does a perfect game against the A's count this year?
No, it doesn't. We're going to talk a little bit about that maybe. Folks, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. That's Weeze.
He ain't walking through those doors.
No, he's not. Ricky's not coming. Ricky's not going to walk through those doors. We'll be right back after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
In 1960,
You made me hit the wrong button. I just started another commercial just so I can quit giggling. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here. I hope that commercial fires when I try it. Who knows what's going to happen next time I try to fire
You might be
commercial.
talking over one.
Yeah, that's not right now. Not right now. Folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. And look who's back. It's Brian Turner. You can find him online at iamweeze.com. What would, if I went online, I haven't gone to it for a while. If I went online looking for something on iamweeze, what would I do?
The end of spring pictures, finally. That took me about a month.
What takes you so long? I mean, you just take the pictures, can't you? Pop them off your little
No, it takes a while to edit and all that. But I also, as a favor to the paper, since they pay me to take them and put them in the paper, I always wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I try to do like 1 or 2 games. I'll upload a night, but then every now and again, it's like, oh, I haven't done that in 2 weeks.
I wondered why your games got on there later, like 2 or 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah,
later.
it's always later. That way, I'm not competing with the paper, basically.
Okay,
Since they pay me.
Well, that makes sense.
That's why I don't put my stories on there either.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense too. So if you go to iamweeze right now, though, you will find you're
Mostly
not doing your Friday stuff.
Updating my logs right now because I've got like my reading log on there, my comics log on there. I've got my training log on there. That's where my focus is. Those 3 things have been my focus.
Folks, I got to tell you, if you follow his training log, which I follow on Instagram, you're all over Instagram. With
I put some of my workouts and stuff up
the
there.
The workouts go on Instagram, and it's frightening. The things he's doing at his age. I'm not kidding. It's frightening. You're too old.
I'm about ready to hit my peak.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just weeks away.
Oh, all right.
I have been weeks away for a few years now.
That's great. Let's keep it in front of you.
I still enjoy that. I enjoy the competitive part. I try to do a couple competitions a year because it gets me to train differently. I take my training seriously.
As such, I think we mentioned, I don't remember if it was on TV or not, that you have not made a wager really on much in a while.
I'd say 3 or 4 bets a week, whereas used to I'd be 15 or 20 a week or a day. I mean,
not more.
Yeah,
a day.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I would bet 15, 20 times a day.
Now you're 3 or 4 a week.
Right now, yes. Although I say that I made probably 6 different NFL bets today. It was my first day I've made NFL bets.
Kind of since you've been sitting here.
2 on the way here.
The reason I bring all this up is because of all the people I know who gamble online, with the legalized gambling, and you can do it all in your phone. One of the most consistent. Well, I'm not going to say you are the most because I presume there are others, but one of the most consistent gamblers and successful gamblers I know is you. Especially of the 4 of us doing this show, you do a great job at it.
Enough so that a few of the books now limit what I can bet.
A few of the books do that. Here's okay. Now, people who watch this show who do not already gamble, they may be interested in, we do have fun doing it. I've been basically even. I haven't had to throw in for a long time. Which is
if you can make a deposit and play on that for a while, you're good.
I've made a deposit
for 90% of the people. That's fine.
2 years ago was the last deposit I made, and I'll make 3 or 4 or 5 bets a week, and that's it. I've been playing on it for a long time.
Yeah, if you're not having to make monthly deposits to feed a habit, you're doing okay.
Thank you. I feel that I'm successful too. I'm glad to hear that.
There's something to be said for the enjoyment and entertainment factor.
Well, there is something to be said. If someone was going to start doing it, what would you suggest they do?
Bet what you can lose without being upset.
Because,
especially if you're married.
Because sure things are not sure things.
There is no such. Anything that is a sure thing is not.
And
if you think it is, there's probably a reason.
And I got to tell you, Weeze, that's maybe the fastest thing I picked up on, because I never gambled until it became legal the last few years. I mean, some people, you didn't do too much either.
Well, I would go to Vegas every year.
But it was legal.
Like that. I had a few offshore accounts.
Well, that's, yeah.
I think I can admit that now.
I think you probably can too. I was considering getting an offshore account until Black Friday.
I was an account that got shut down.
Yeah, it never got paid. Right?
Nope.
Yeah. So I waited till everything got legal.
I will say my betting volume was nowhere near back then. Because you never knew.
If I did start, here's some tips. Or not really tips, but the keys, and there are 2 or 3 there that I kind of thought if somebody does get going, and they know what they're doing, you know what point spreads are, you know what money lines are, over unders, and
if you don't be betting.
If you don't, certainly don't bet. You want to learn. First of all, you want to learn favorites, underdogs, all that stuff. But the thing I want to
tell you, number 9. Don't bother to read that one. Just don't do it.
Why not? Why not do number 9? Parlays.
Well, I will say there is
you can make the big bucks.
Oh, it's great when they hit
big bucks.
But you look at win percentages on that versus payouts, and it's just not there. Yeah, you'll hit one every now and again. And I'll say there is a reason that every legal sports book out there almost daily offers a parlay boost. 10% or they do risk free. If they do a risk-free, fire away. Here's a $10 free parlay. If it misses, you get your $10 back in a free bet. Have fun with those, whatever. Don't bet any serious money on a parlay.
The reason is the numbers on the parlay. Typically, the house wins 55% or 50%. Yeah. Not on a parlay. On a regular bet, the house
take is greater.
House take is like 55%. Parlays at 70%.
The needle in the haystack bets, where you have to have an exact, like the NL MVP or something like that, where you have to have the exact, that one's a little different, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
First player to score a touchdown. Yeah. Those numbers are juiced out of their mind. Where the house, no matter who hits, the house is going to be averaging a 30% take.
The house is going to average,
as opposed to the 5% take.
Yeah, as opposed to the 5% take that you get on the minus 110.
The minus 110s. Yeah,
minus 110. So it's
golf is another one like that.
Oh,
bet the matchups. Don't bet the outright winners.
Yeah, that makes sense. Which we actually, when we talk golf on this show, we don't do that.
We usually pick the winners because they're fun. But
it's more fun.
We're not. I'm not, at least. I'm not betting any real kind of money on those.
No. I've never bet more than $15 on a golf, maybe 20 tops on the golf tournament in my life. The one I wanted to talk about, and it was, and I tell you what, let's take a quick break. I was going to have him talk about number 9 here, shopping for lines, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about that 9 and 10, or pardon me, 10, 11 and 12 was the one I wanted him to talk about. We'll be back right after this on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Right back.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We're talking about gambling a little bit, and basically, folks may not realize that if you're like me and you just do it for funsies onesies, which probably is a little silly, I only have one account, but that number 11 there is actually very important, isn't it?
And the one account thing you can do if you're not trying to make money. If
That's really,
if you're wanting to throw $5 on the game to give you rooting interest, I'm not going to shame you for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, basically.
If you're trying to make money, bet, especially with, you can sign up online now. You can do it all through your phone, laptop. I usually have multiple screens on the laptop going so I can number shop and all that. Have multiple accounts.
Why so?
Because not all books have the same numbers.
How far different will they be?
Well, I was looking at some bets today that on some NFL prop bets for season bets, and they were off 300 rushing yards on a player, difference.
So like 1,500 versus 1,200 or something like that.
It was, let's see, what was it? No, Pollard it was 130 on the rushing. I bet that one. It was Bryce Young's passing yards was 300. It was the passing yards. It was 300 difference. I was going to bet over 3,500 and found a 32.27 or something random like that.
And
I took that one.
And see, those are usually all at the same minus 110.
Some of them are minus 110, minus 120.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet. I think
they'll start at 110 and then move to different directions. Yeah.
I think what it was, I think I took the over 32.27 minus 120 as opposed to the 3,500.5 at minus 110 is worth it. For the 10 cents of juice is worth.
And that makes a big difference. You're looking at 10% or on a player. A player that's going to be a rookie, and you just never know if he's going to get the opportunity. He's going to start, but it's Carolina. They're not going to be all that good.
Which helps his passing yards if they're not anything good.
It does help his passing yards. The other one I wanted to kind of talk about is number 12.
Shopping the lines. We're talking about tools, though, and I'm pretty sure, because I recognize the format here. You got this from Action Network.
Yes, I did get that.
That is the app I actually use. He didn't know that when he put this
I didn't realize that, and they actually try to steer you to that app, and I took a look at it and it looked pretty interesting.
I do it. It's a yearly subscription.
I didn't realize it cost anything.
Well, there's a free version, and then if you want some of the pro tools and stuff like that, the free version you can follow pro bettors. You're getting ready to know your strengths.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to know what you don't know, and I do. There's a couple of sports that I just straight follow other people because I know they know more than I do. because I know they're better at that sport.
And you're not going to pour a gigantic amount of money on somebody you're following, but I mean, you might throw a little bit on something.
I've made a decent amount of money on women's tennis without ever watching women's tennis because Gil Alexander watches women's tennis.
Gil Alexander watches a ton of women's tennis.
I follow. I mean, Gil's one of those. He's one of those. I follow him. If he's bet his men's tennis, if him and Drew Dinsick agree, I tend to bet it. Women's tennis, Gil does well. So I blind bet anything.
Do you really?
Yeah, anything Gil bets on women's tennis, I blind follow.
Anybody else you're blind following on anything?
Used to Chernoff in football.
Chernoff's good. I was follling Brad Powers until he kind of stumbled toward the end of the year.
Brad had a couple of bad years, actually. Yeah. And because he was on RJ Bell's show every week.
Yeah.
And struggled enough, I think it bothered him enough that he left the show.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. He's actually, but he's on with Payne Insider now. Payne's one of those guys that I'll just about blind bet his college bets because Payne and Brad talk quite a bit. Be smart enough to know who the smart people are. I can tell you, Steve Fezzik, Adam Chernoff, Right Angle Sports.
Steve Fezzik is he's the pro's pro.
He's a godfather. Yeah.
He's there are people know your strengths, but also most importantly know your weaknesses.
Yes, and don't assume you're the smartest guy in the room. Basically,
like for instance, I'll bet the occasional college basketball, not very often, but I'll bet college basketball, and I won't bet the NBA much. I'll bet it maybe very seldom, two or three times,
and that's my second most profitable sport.
Wow.
Some of that is game volume.
Yeah.
There's more. Maybe NFL is my most profitable. I will tell you, it's the toughest sport to bet if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know how it's my most profitable sport. I think some of it's some of the advanced analytics stuff that I do follow.
Well, I tell you what, go ahead.
And so knowing who to follow, other people to follow.
I tell you what, you see, that's the thing with NFL. There are so many people you can follow that might steer you.
A lot of them don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Who knows what they're talking about, basically.
That's right. We're going to come right back to speaking of the NFL. There were a couple of decisions made this week that we may not be happy about.
Yeah.
And we're speaking of gambling.
We're in the infancy of gambling still.
And we're also going to maybe talk about the NFC North. We'll see how that goes. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
But see, we agree to disagree, and I didn't throw money at it. You threw money at it.
I threw money at it.
You threw money at it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Weeze is here. You can find his stuff on iamweeze.com. Brian Turner is his name, his actual name, but everybody calls him, all his friends and all his enemies all call him Weeze.
The second one may outnumber the first one. Especially if you follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, no kidding. That was close. Okay. In the NFL this week, actually, two things. The NCAA had they've approved yesterday and sent it out yesterday a new penalty structure for different levels of sports betting violations at the NCAA level.
I missed that one.
For student athletes. For instance, if you bet on your own sport, on your own team, you're out forever. If you bet on your own sport, you're out for like half a year or something like that. Then they have it for other betting violations, such as if you bet on pro sports. These kids can't bet. They basically made it so college athletes can't bet, which is probably neither.
Some of it's dumb. Some of it is
some
very
of
much
it's dumb.
needed.
Some of it's needed. But
do not bet on your sport. This should be the general. Do not bet on your sport. If you're a college, if you're a pro, whatever, just don't bet on your sport.
Yeah. That of course will give out information, that kind of thing. But that's the wild thing. For all other betting violations, such as pro sports, it depends on the cumulative amount of money wagered. College kids, how quick do you think they get to $200 or less? They'll give you further education. $200 to $500.
Wagered or won?
Wagered. $200 to $500. That's a Tuesday. Loss of 10% of a season plus further education. $500 to $800. Loss of 30% of a season plus further education, or more than $800.
And this is on pro sports?
This is if you're a college student betting on pro sports.
Dumb.
More than $800. NCAA reinstatement staff will consider whether further loss of eligibility is appropriate.
Steve Prefontaine was correct.
Including permanent ineligibility. Prefontaine hasn't had an opinion in 45 years.
But his opinion on the NCAA was correct. It still holds.
What was that?
I don't think I can repeat it on the air.
All right, that's the NCAA's rule. It'll be challenged all over. The NFL has rules in place, too. Last year, Calvin Ridley missed a full year because he bet like $1,500 on...
It was a parlay.
It was a parlay.
Which I would bench him for that, too, but...
for a different reason.
Yeah. Don't
bet parlays is Weeze rule number one. But, okay, there were suspensions handed out yesterday or day before yesterday or this week.
4 of them.
For mainly Detroit Lions, right?
2 of them are Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, that's right. What were they?
They were betting on football. Don't do that.
Don't bet on your own
I have no
sport.
problem with those suspensions.
Okay.
The guy that got a 6-game suspension because he bet at a team facility, which...
Not on football.
Not on football, on a different sport. And it was when you start to look into what they define as a team facility that makes it even dumber. Team facility can be the stadium. It can be the bus, the plane. It can be the hotel they're in.
The road trip.
Yeah. It can be the hotel they're in. If the team pays for it, you can't bet from there. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You could go back to that hotel on your own 2 days later, stay in the exact same room, make the exact same bet, you're fine. But if you do it on a Saturday because you're there the day before a game in your hotel room, 6-game suspension. Ridiculous. Walk out to the 7-Eleven in the parking lot, you're fine.
No, I think if he's on the road trip with the team, though, I think he's in. Even
I thought
if you
it was
walk
location.
out of the, I might be wrong.
Both of them are dumb.
Yeah.
If you're not betting on your sport, you should be fine.
Well, you got a point.
I mean, that should be the simple rules. Don't bet on your sport.
I agree with you. I agree with
that. I guarantee the NCAA thing there and the NFL policies are pages and pages and pages. Don't bet on your sport. Done.
Now, then that would give the NCAA and the NFL people nothing to do.
Yeah. Maybe fix the strike zone. MLB. That's a different rant. Sorry, that's a different rant.
I just can't wait until another couple of months. because we have this going on. This is the first week of college football, and so you're telling me, well, now this is college, so it doesn't matter, but Navy is playing Notre Dame. I think that's in Ireland. Pretty sure that is in Ireland. Those Notre Dame kids couldn't walk out of the hotel. And I guess in Ireland you probably can't make a bet on your phone anyway, can you?
Actually, for a long time you could bet in Europe, you couldn't bet here.
They could walk down the street and go to a betting parlor.
Yeah,
in Ireland.
Betting exchange probably over there, so there's less juice. I'm waiting for that to come to the States.
What do you mean?
Where you bet just straight up with other bettors. You buy and sell bets. You're not dealing with house juice.
That's what I was going to mention when you talk about when you're talking about parlays, and don't bet parlays, bet parlays. Exception to prove the rule. Going to the racetrack, you bet the pick four, which is 4 races. You're betting pick 4. You're getting those odds. It's a pari-mutuel. You're betting against other bettors. You're not betting against the house. The house takes a cut, of course.
Yeah.
But you're betting against other bettors. And so if I pick the 4 in this race at 2-1, if I pick the 5 in the next race at 3-1, I'm getting those numbers. So, I mean, it's different. We're going to call this the Bruce Dickey exception to your don't bet parlays rule, okay?
I'll allow it. But I think that eventually will be the future in the States here too, is betting exchanges, and then it becomes.
What do you mean now? What's a betting exchange versus it's a pari-mutuel style as opposed to the book style like that?
It's actually, yes, it's pari-mutuel, but it's more of you're buying and selling, like you can think modern version of an exchange board. I have this
like an American stock or National Stock Exchange.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn into, okay, this exchange is taking 3%. We're going to take 2% they're going to eventually undercut themselves, and I think it works out for the better.
Better for the better.
Yeah.
BETTER for the BETTOR.
Yes. I had to do the math in my head.
I'm glad I can straighten that out for everybody. We were going to talk about the NFC North, but we ain't going to get there because I want to talk baseball.
Lions are favored.
Lions are favored. Vikings, 13 wins last year with a terrible defense. Will the Bears win more than 3? What's their number this year? 5?
I think it's 5.5. Honestly, I haven't looked yet. I did look at division odds, and of those, the Packers at plus 345 was probably the best value. Lions were plus 145.
I'd wait.
How many years has it been since we've seen that?
I'd wait. I'd wait till it gets closer. You're not going to get. I still think you wait. You're watching Big Talk. Back in a sec.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at carnabysquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. How did you like the free Action Network thing? Did that work out well for you?
The free one, I used it for a few weeks and liked it enough. I ponied up for it and got the extra stuff. Like it's where I track all my bets. It shows like I can tell it which sports books I have, and if I click on a game, it'll tell me who has the best number. Sure. All that, yeah, worth it.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, but you bet a lot more than me.
I do. You probably. If you're betting a couple times a week, it wouldn't be worth the.
I'm betting in college football season. I'll bet $60, $80
I would
a
get
week
it.
on college football, and then probably about $10 or $15, maybe $10, $20.
And I will say, if you're just one sports book, it's not worth having either.
Oh, no, that makes sense. Okay. Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. This we don't get a chance to talk in between the commercial breaks. We're busy.
Prepping.
We're prepping. What's going on in baseball? We're halfway through the season, folks. Take a look at this. The Tampa Bay Rays have played 83 games. They are 5 games ahead of Baltimore. My question is, can the Orioles, first of all, catch the Rays, or second of all, hold off the Yankees with a 4.5 game lead on the Yankees going into today's action? We're shooting this on Thursday, sorry.
It's still entirely possible the Orioles finish fourth in that division.
It really is.
There's enough of a season left, and the other teams are good. I mean, the Yankees and Blue Jays are both good enough to still catch them.
The Red Sox?
No.
All right, well, is Adley Rutschman for real, and will he have a chance to get the MVP?
MVP, no, because the guy out west is having a pretty good year again.
You know, I was kind of hoping that guy would. When I did put my $10 on Adley Rutschman, or however you say his name, Rutschman.
You said maybe that cracked finger turns into something, but
that's kind of what I was.
If you're making an AL MVP bet that is not Shohei right now, you're basically betting on an injury.
I wonder what Shohei's number is right now.
I saw a minus number on him versus the field.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't just any other. It was him versus the field was a minus number.
That is Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Angels that we're talking about. He's they're 6 games back of the Rangers right now in the American League. Your playoff teams: Tampa, Baltimore, New York, along with Toronto and Texas and Cleveland. Right? Yeah, the Astros are out right now, going into Thursday night's action.
That breaks my heart.
Isn't that too bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They turned. In the 90s, that team that I hated the most was the Angels.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I didn't think anybody hated the Angels.
Well, as an A's fan, I'm talking to Tim Salmon, Jim Edmonds, David Eckstein. I hated all those guys.
You started liking the Angels when Edmonds got traded to the Cardinals?
Hated them less, but
Kent Bottenfield. You're one of the Kent Bottenfield Angel fans, huh? Oh,
Kent Bottenfield is sitting at home right now going, I played for the Angels?
I played for who? I played what? Baseball? Are you serious? Let's move back to the Cleveland Guardians. Look at that.
I still think the Twins win that division. But
your first place Cleveland Guardians. Now they've played 3 games fewer than the Twins. So yeah, they'll probably lose. They would probably lose 2 out of those 3 and then be tied again. Tigers, any chance to come back in that division? Anybody can win that division, can't they?
I still think it's Twins or Guardians, and Twins is a slight favorite. But
Twins favorite. Twins run differential. They're the only plus one in that.
I kind of like
division.
the White Sox. They're better than the Tigers.
They are better than the Tigers. Yeah, they're better than the Tigers. Angels, like he said, they've got 1 pitcher and 2 hitters, and
one of those guys is the same guy.
Yeah, but he can apparently do both at the same time.
Yeah,
which is very impressive. How about the National League? What do we got? What do we have going in the league.
Turns out the Braves are good.
Turns out, I'll be doggone, they had that great start.
Who knew?
And they have been able to hold on to it. The big news this week, of course, other than the perfect game, which we weren't really going to talk too much about.
It is what it is at this point. I just want them to lose every game now, so.
We're not going to talk. That's why,
Turns out Major League was a great movie. It's not fun to watch in real life.
All right, let's talk about that.
The owner needs to just go
How
away.
close are the 2023 Oakland A's to the 1989 Cleveland Indians in Major League? By the way, I watched that movie again about a week ago. It holds up.
Yeah.
It really holds up well.
I love that movie, actually.
Yeah, I do too.
I'd say very, very close, but I think those Indians had more arbitration-eligible players than the A's currently do. And definitely had more experience.
They certainly have more experience.
What up, Jake
And
Taylor?
Roger Dorn.
Yeah. And Dorn. Yeah, experience and Dorn.
What the heck? I'm trying to remember the pitcher's name.
Old Charlie Harris.
Yeah, Charlie Harris. He's with the rubber arm. But that's what the A's are doing.
That's what they're doing. They're trying to get out of town. They're getting no one there.
They don't have the bikini clad owner that they can pluck the.
Manfred can shove it though.
At this,
I haven't been on since that comment.
Yeah, no, that's. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to. Well, last week Lucas and Jamie were on. Lucas hadn't heard the whole comment about what Manfred said to the fans. Or about that's what we have finally an average crowd.
Yeah. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, that was not very cool. Back to the National League. A lot of people have been surprised that the New York Mets owner came out and was lucid and clear and not raging whenever he had a talk this week.
I saw because that was yesterday, I believe. Yeah. And one of the radio snippets I heard today was, unfortunately, it was pretty boring.
Oh, and then on Wednesday night, your St. Louis Cardinals gave up another one. 5-run 8th inning. Giovanni Gallegos gave it up. And I must admit, I watched the entire 5-minute discussion of the pitching after the game with Ollie Marmol. And they said one of the questions about 2 minutes in were, well, now, Coach, did you think about after Gallegos gave up the first home run in the 8th inning, the 3-run homer, did you think about taking him out so that he didn't give up another one? And Marmol says, well, yeah, with hindsight, sure. But you never know he's going to do that. And then the reporter says, well, it's the third time this year.
Those reporters, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, the media can be the worst. They are just the worst.
They need their closer back.
They need their closer.
I say that as a guy who has him on his dynasty team.
You've got Helsley?
Yeah.
They may not play. He may not be a closer the rest of the year. Hicks is pitching pretty well.
He's looked good again.
And yeah, so I don't know what to tell you, folks. When you look at the National League Central,
it's wide open.
It's wide open. The Reds have no pitching. Really, they have no pitching. The Brewers don't have much. They're all hurt. The Cubs, the Cubs are the only team with a positive run differential, which means, I guess, doesn't mean much whenever you look at their
Brewers are plus 110 right now
to win the division.
Yeah, if that was closer to 150ish, I'd probably fire on them.
What's the Cardinals?
Plus 850.
That's not bad.
My 18-1 win the NL is not looking great.
I like your number though. I bet you it's about 40 to 1.
I don't like that number now. That was a preseason.
What's the Reds to win the division?
Plus 230. I still think the Brewers take it. I don't know if I like it at close to even money yet, though. Yeah, it's right. It's right around there, though. Honestly,
it's a wide open, folks. So just keep that in mind whenever you do begin making your gambling decisions.
Dodgers are second or third place out there. Put that back up. They're still minus 210.
Really?
Yeah.
even though they are 3 games. Well, that's 3 games back. They'll probably be in that same neighborhood at the All-Star break in about 10 games, 11 games.
Yeah, that is your team currently sitting in third, most likely to win their division.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes. I don't see the Phillies winning, catching the Braves. But,
no.
And if you're,
I saw they won, was it 12 out of 13 and made up 1 game?
Braves are really good. Yeah. The Braves are. There's a reason they're the pick to win win the World Series. Weeze, thanks so much for being here.
Good to be back.
You gonna be back next week? He's
no
promised.
idea.
He just promised. We'll see y'all next week, folks. Have a great day.
Let's go play some.